Welcome back guys to another FPL podcast where I'm going to show you how I'm preparing for FPL Game Week 6. I'm thinking that it's time to use chip strategy, and in this episode I'm going to active my wildcard and present you the best wildcard team selection for FPL Game Week 6. But before I do that, I want to ask you to subscribe to the channel and like this video because it's important for me while it represents single click for you and help me to reach the subscribers milestone which is on the screen right now. And what's the most important, please join in my league and let's make little competition between us. The code will be in the description and also on the screen. So guys, first of all, I want to talk about how my team have performed on match day 5, and then talk about chip strategy, and of course make my wildcard team selection for FPL Game Week 6. So guys, let's see how my team have performed, and I just took 50 points on match day 5, and it was higher than average. So let's see how my players have performed, and Robert Sanchez took minus 3 points because of the red card in the opening minutes against Manchester United, so that was disaster for me. But Neco Williams took 10 points from Nottingham Forest, which was auto substitute for Frimpong. Then Nasri Konsa, who took only 2 points, and Cuti Romero also took 2 points before Spurs just conceded a goal. Then it was Mohamed Salah with an assist and double because of the captaincy, who took 10 points. Anderson with 4 points, Semenyo with 5 points, one of the best midfielder at this moment in FPL and most contributive midfielder meanwhile. Then Kudus with 7 points with an assist for Richarlison, who took 9 points. Chris Wood, who was transferred by me in the last game week, only took 2 points against Burnley. And then Joe Pedro just bottled the second fixture after the opening day, match day 1. So guys, on a substitution on the bench, I got 4 points with Dubravka, 0 points with Frimpong, -2 Ronaldo, another red card, and Saka with 1 point, who is already back from injury. So guys, I just decided to use wildcard, and in the last episode I just talked about my chip strategy, and it was a higher possibility to use wildcard or free hit on match day 8, and I was telling you that it was brilliant idea to use free hit on match day 8, and before that I was not going to use chip strategy because I had Saka in my team, who is back right now. Then Frimpong also, but under that moment, under that circumstances, I'm going to use wildcard and show you my best wildcard team. To be honest, for match day 6, I have not the worst team because I can use that kind of players to collect the points, but there is one key factor. I want to use wildcard because I want to have Erling Haaland, who is in the brilliant shape, and of course other players who I'm thinking that will be most contributive for match day 6, and so on. So guys, when you are going to use wildcard, of course you must think about the next fixtures. It is all about long perspective. It's not free hit to focus on a single match day. So right now, when I'm going to use wildcard, and this is going to be in this video, I will pick the players which will be useful for not only match day 6, also other game weeks for 7, 8 and others, of course, because I want to use that wildcard for the long perspective and not focus on a single match day. If I want to if I want to focus on match day 6, I would use just free hit, not wildcard. So guys, let's start with the goalkeepers and defenders. Under the wildcard, my goalkeepers are going to be David Raya from Arsenal and Dubravka from Burnley. Despite the fact Dubravka is going to face Manchester City in the next fixture, I'm just thinking that having 4 million goalkeeper on the bench who plays every match is good idea. While I have David Raya, the match against Newcastle, I know it is going to be too hard at St. James Park, but I'm thinking that for the long perspective, Raya will be a great goalkeeper, because if you see the next fixtures, it is going to be against Newcastle, then West Ham United, the derby, again another derby against Fulham, Crystal Palace, 3 derbies in a row, and then Burnley in away game, and we got also Sunderland also in away game, for the next six fixtures. So guys, David Raya has very good fixtures, and he has collect the points by the clean sheets. And you know Arsenal does not love to concede goals. They just conceded only 2 goals during 5 fixtures, one of them against Liverpool from Szoboszlai free kick, and another one in the last fixture against Manchester City from Erling Haaland. So guys, in the defensive side, I have another Arsenal player, that's a Gabriel, who plays from the starting lineup and has guaranteed to play. Also 100% he will be the starter player, and will not be rotated by another defenders, I think. I just prefer to have Timber at this moment instead of Gabriel, but Ben White is back from injury, so that means the Timber time will be diminished, and there will be rotation between Ben White and Timber. So we need the player who plays for the 90 minutes, and that's a Gabriel from Arsenal. He is also good from set pieces, from corners. He is able to score goals just like he did in the last season. Next 2 players are going to be Coti Romero and Mickey Van de Ven from Spurs, and they just play very well combined, and good defensive contribution points, also good at ball recoveries and clearances, and just Spurs made 3 clean sheets out of 5 possible. And if we see the next fixtures, guys, this is going to be against Wolves, then Leeds United, Aston Villa, Everton, and then Chelsea. So guys, having 2 Spurs players is going to be good for the long perspective, and I just thinking that they are able to grab at least 2 clean sheets out of 4 possible for the next 4 fixtures. So it is going to be very good points for our team. Also, if you want another defender, you can use Matty Cash from Aston Villa, who just scored the first goal of Aston Villa in this season. But at this moment, I have no idea why I just have to trust Aston Villa defender in FPL. Next is going to be Neco Williams from Nottingham Forest, and despite the fact he did not start the first match against Postecoglou, just played very well in the second match and scored a goal against Burnley. And the next match is against Sunderland, and we can see that Neco Williams was so productive against Burnley. And you know, guys, that under Postecoglou, just defenders play very well, and they are contributive. And just like Neco Williams, he has already started. It was Pedro Porro, and it was Spence, and also Udogie in the last 2 seasons from Spurs. But in this season, it is going to be Neco Williams, I guess, and this player is too good to have. Next is going to be Senesi from Bournemouth, and he's going to play against Leeds in the next fixture. And also other fixtures is going to be good for him, because it is Fulham, Crystal Palace, Nottingham Forest, and Manchester City. I know it's no guarantees to have a clean sheet when you are Bournemouth player, but in this season they are playing well. And from the beginning I was thinking they just sold Hussein, Zaborny, and others from this team, but they are solid at this moment. And against Leeds, I think it is going to be clean sheet for Bournemouth. So possibly Senesi is going to play from the starting lineup, which we just see after I complete my wildcard team. So let's see my midfield and forward line. My midfield is going to be started with Bukayo Saka, who is back from injury and played little minutes against Manchester City and played very well. Against Newcastle, I know the match will be crucial and also very hard, but as I mentioned in the case of Gabriel and David Raya, the next fixtures, I want to repeat, match against Newcastle, I know it is going to be hard, but I'm just thinking that Saka can accumulate the points. Next is West Ham, Fulham, Crystal Palace, and then Burnley, then Sunderland. So in the long perspective, I'm thinking that Saka, it is going to be good for our team. Possibly you can buy Cole Palmer instead of Bukayo Saka, but he is a little bit expensive, and no guarantees to play from the starting lineup because he has little injury. So no worries at this moment to have Saka in your team, because he is going to be starter. In the case of Madueke is already injured, there is no chance that Saka will be on the bench and he starts. from the first minutes. Next we got Semenyo, the best midfielder at this moment in FPL and one of the most contributive. So Semenyo is playing against Leeds. I just mentioned the next fixtures in the case of Senesi. Leeds, Fulham, Crystal Palace, then Nottingham Forest, and then Manchester City. So guys, having Semenyo who plays very well just increases the opportunity to collect more points for our team, and also he constantly scores or just makes an assist. He's the best midfielder at this moment in the Premier League in FPL circumstances. So next two players are from Manchester City, Phil Foden and Tijani Reinders. Probably it is a surprise for you, but I'm going to risk at least, and I'm just having two Manchester City players, Phil Foden and Tijani Reinders in the midfield, and possibly the next match against Burnley they are going to shine. And next fixtures are going to be against Burnley, then Brentford, Everton, Aston Villa and Bournemouth. So then we got Liverpool and then Newcastle. So guys, Manchester City just needs to collect the points. I know they are not in the best shape, but Tijani Reinders is one of the most contributive player in FPL in this season. Just played very well against Arsenal, also played very well against Wolves, but a little bit flopped the rest of the three fixtures. But against Burnley, I'm just thinking that Reinders has the ability to play in front a little bit and make assist or score a goal, just like Phil Foden, who just shined against Manchester United. He usually does it, but against Burnley, he also had the opportunity to redeem himself and collect the many points as it's possible for him. Next is going to be Moses Caicedo, and because of defensive contribution points, Moses Caicedo, again, he's one of the best, and he just played very well against United. He also played very well in the recent fixtures, and the next matches we got Brighton away game, the former club, then at Liverpool. I know it is going to be hell for them, but meanwhile, in the case of defensive points, Moses Caicedo will be too good. Next is Nottingham Forest, Sunderland and Spurs, and then Wolves, Burnley and Arsenal. I know that the next fixtures, it is not going to be easy for Chelsea, but Moses Caicedo can bring defensive contribution points, and I just had Anderson the entire season, but I just want to buy Moses Caicedo at this moment and use him as the key defensive midfielder, sorry, in my FPL team. So now let's see my forward line. So guys, my forward line is going to start with João Pedro, who just plays very well in FPL, and he's one of the most contributive forward at this moment. The benefit is too good for him. Next fixtures against Brighton, then Liverpool, and then Nottingham Forest. But maybe there's the possibility that I just swap João Pedro after that fixture for someone else, because the matches against Liverpool. But on the other hand, Liverpool just conceded many goals in this season, so there is no surprises if I leave João Pedro in my team and perform with him after the match day 6. But for the next fixture, another Chelsea player who is playing against the former club against Brighton, I'm thinking that João Pedro is able to score a goal and shine again, just like he did in the rest of the matches. Next is Erling Haaland, and no surprises, he's going to be my captain in FPL Game Week 6, because Haaland is in brilliant shape, and he just scored again, but against Arsenal. Right now we got Burnley, and if not Wildcard, I would use triple captain for Erling Haaland. And if you have Erling Haaland and triple captain, I just advise you to use that cheap strategy. Use triple captaincy for Haaland, because I'm thinking that it will be hat-trick for that player. He is in brilliant shape. He just scores in every match. And maybe right now we was supposed to say that Haaland was not playing well in the last season, and while team was performing well, Haaland was in the shadow. But right now we can say that Haaland just leading Manchester City at this moment, and against Burnley he's going to be my captain for sure. Next one is Richarlison from Spurs, and he just continued to score goals just like he did against Brighton, and we see the next fixture just like we did in the case of Mickey Van der Ven and Coutinho Romero. We got Wolves, Leeds, Aston Villa, Everton, and then Chelsea. So the next fixtures, it is going to be too good for Richarlison, and I just believe that Brazilian is able to score again. So right now, as I promised you, I'm going to use my wildcard, play the cheap, and of course we got unlimited transfers, 0.1 million in the bank because I had the good team, I mean worth team at this moment. So make the transfers, confirm, and just at this moment we have the starting lineup for the next fixture. We have to choose. So guys, we got Romero, Gabriel, Mickey Van de Ven, David Raya, Foden, Reinders, Caicedo, Semenyo, João Pedro, Richarlison and Holland, and of course I'm going to make that substitution, play with Bukayo Saka instead of possibly Moses Caicedo, because Caicedo will be also useful for the next fixtures. Having captain Erling Holland, and vice captain it is going to be Semenyo for me. Next, what I'm going to do, it is that having Neco Williams in my team instead of one of the player Mickey Van de Ven, I mean from Spurs, and having Senesi instead of possibly Gabriel, because I have already David Raya in goalie. So if I have Gabriel and David Raya both at the same time against Newcastle, it will be too hard for me, and I just thinking that have the little rotation, having Coutinho, Romero, Senesi and Neco Williams, Foden, Reinders, Saka and Semenyo, Holland, Richarlison and João Pedro in my team. So I'm going to save it, and Holland will be my captain of course for the next fixtures, and vice captain is going to be Semenyo. So guys, if not any injury situation, I'm going to use my team. And if you have the question why I just did not bring Gabriel, of course we got the next fixtures against West Ham, Fulham, Crystal Palace, Burnley, then Sunderland. So I can use Gabriel in the next fixtures. So right now guys, we got this kind of team, and possibly it is going to be too good for me. What do you think about it? You can comment down below. And if not any injury situation in a cap, I just want to remain with that team. If I choose anything, of course I'm going to tell you in the next episode, but possibly I will not choose anything if not any injury moment. So guys, thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like this video and join in my FPL league, and also wish you all the best. Please comment down below if you are going to use your chip strategy, what it is, wildcard or free hit, and how do you rate this team out of 10. Thank you, goodbye, see you later.